Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on After GMS. It is Wednesday, June 8th. I'm Tracy McCain here with Christian Morgan and Megan Malaris.
Good morning, friends. A lot of you already on the feed, ready to get going. So let's get to it. Let's start with our forecast. You say it's a combination of all things summer today.
Everything you could fit into a summertime day, right? Heat, humidity, and storms. Check, check, and check. We'll have all of that today as you look out over the Piedmont. Now we have clouds, a little bit of sun peeking through that. We're still building the heat and humidity with a south wind. That pulls all that moisture in the way of our humidity out of the Gulf of Mexico. And of course, it all runs in just ahead of this cold front. And the cold front is actually a little bit delayed. So out ahead of this front, we have a little upper level disturbance that'll swing through today. And that's the piece of energy that will likely give us a few scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening. By tomorrow, when that cold front slides by, most of our moisture has been wrung out so far. So as the cold front slides by, you probably won't even notice it. For your Thursday, it's still a warm day tomorrow as temperatures climb into the mid and upper 80s. But behind that, very briefly, high pressure builds in for your Friday, and that gives us a north wind with a little bit less humidity to end the work week. Of course, on the heels of that, we have another system that'll swing through quickly for your Saturday morning and likely bring some showers, maybe a thunderstorm for the first part of your Saturday. On Futurecast today, here's what things look like. Not really a super busy afternoon of weather, but there will be scattered thunderstorms mainly after about 2 o'clock. And I think as we head toward the dinner time hour, we could see them kind of cluster up and see our radar get a little bit busier. So that's what we'll watch for as we lose the daytime heating. Things should come to an end by about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. Our entire area in a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. So overall, that risk is low, but if a couple storms do pack a punch and get on the strong to severe side, a damaging wind gust, maybe some hail would be our two biggest concerns. Of course, on a hot summer day, you'll likely have frequent lightning with these storms. And I'm not totally ruling out some localized flash flooding. If a storm pops up and has a lot of rain over one area for a long amount of time, we might have a flash flooding concern to watch for in just a couple spots. So keep that in mind. We'll be keeping an eye on it as we head into the afternoon. Otherwise, the morning time is quiet, clouds and sun. We're warming up into the mid 80s heading into the afternoon. After this, we get a break for your Thursday and Friday from any kind of rain, but then there's that quick moving system for your Saturday morning. And to me, this looks like there would be some scattered rain and maybe a thunderstorm for the first part of your day, morning to midday on Saturday. And then after that, the rest of your Saturday, we're clearing things out in the back half of the weekend on Sunday. Looks just fine. And in fact, we're going to stay dry heading into early next week, but the heat comes back in a big way. Upper 80s Monday, back to the 90s by Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, well, with the summer forecast comes summer vacation and plans. We're talking about summer break, which for Guilford County schools started really Monday. Alamance, Burlington, and Randolph County schools are out today. Winston-Salem, Forsyth County schools follow. So lots of summer plans abound, I'm sure.
All right, so we're asking you, what are your plans for the summer? Of course, like many things right now, the cost of summer camps and other activities is more this year because of inflation. But we know that camps are not the only ways to keep your children engaged. We're asking you, what are you planning for your children, your grandchildren this summer? Or maybe what are some of your memories from summertime when you were a kid? Well, this viewer wrote in on the Good Morning Show saying their 7-year-old is going to fun camp in Winston-Salem Parks and Recs. They say they will continue preparing him for the 2nd grade and have lots of pool days and family vacation to Charleston planned too.
Ooh.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun. So we're asking you the same thing here on the feed. Just go ahead and type in what your plans are. We know there are a lot of parents on here too. So if you have some children that are in camp, or maybe you're sending them to grandma's, maybe this is your chance to get in a few date nights while the kids are at grandma's. You lucky ducks.
I should do that.
One of my favorite times at summer camp as a kid, I went to a baseball camp in Asheboro, and I remembered the whole, okay, I was terrible at baseball. I was bad at it, and I got hit in the mouth during tryouts one time and quit.
No.
So I wasn't great at baseball, but I loved baseball camp because at the end of it, everybody looked forward to the Friday of baseball camp because it was a short day and we practiced our sliding techniques. And there was a huge hill at Kiwanis Park in Asheboro, and they used to lay out this huge big blue tarp and they used to coat it in soap and water. And we used to practice on our sliding techniques, you know, and we'd go down that hill and run back. It was so much fun.
Was it a week?
It was a whole week.
Was it stay away camp, or was it like?
No, it was
day
camp. Day camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I've never been to stay away camp.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I always had to come home. You have? What was it like? I always heard stories.
Well, you got the choice between the air-conditioned cabin or the not air-conditioned cabin if you really wanted to rough it.
Oh, you got the choice?
I chose the first one, yeah. I know. But it was fun. I went for, I think, maybe 5 days, if I can recall. I want to say I was in about 6th grade and went with a friend I knew and then made friends at the camp. And it was a lot of fun. I went a couple years in a row. You got to choose your activities that you did during the day and then switch it up midway through the week. And you got snacks and, campfire experiences. And I liked it.
Nice.
I know a lot of students in the summer do church camps that are usually some way, somewhere away.
Yeah.
And usually that's a big group from
Yeah.
the church. But I never did stay away camp.
Me neither. I mean, I didn't do stay away camp in that fashion. I forgot that I did play volleyball over summer, so like we traveled. But my parents or one of my parents would come with me, and we would like stay in a hotel. But then we would have like girls from the team in our hotel room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess it was kind of like that. But did I rough it? No. I'm still waiting for y'all to take me to the mountains, but
To rough it for
we're
an
gonna have
hour.
to wait for an hour.
For an hour.
We're probably gonna have to wait till August, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh man, we are getting a lot of responses here on our feed with your summer plans or what you're planning with the grandkids. So let's see. Our Brian unfortunately has no plans for a summer vacation. Maybe you're staycationing instead. Sean does plan to camp down the river with some mates for days fishing trout. He said it's not school holidays in Australia yet, as it's winter. Sean, we appreciate you tuning in always from Australia. It's so interesting to hear your perspective. LeVar is going to continue working, maybe go to the Outer Banks. His daughter will be working and doing stuff. LOL. Kids have a lot of stuff to do, don't they? Even if it's not planned.
Right.
And let's see. Debbie also does not have a summer vacation. She's just hanging out at home.
Oh, yeah, I wish that we had like bigger, better plans. I wanted to do Disney this year, but we're holding that off another year, but no big plans, no big trips. My kids are just right on that cusp of like camp, because I have a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, and my son Josiah is 6. He's experimenting with camp right now. He's doing a camp at Tumblebees, and he's also doing a camp at, the Greensboro Police Safety Town.
Yeah, fun.
That starts soon. So, I mean, he's doing camps, but nothing like, and they're only like 2 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm very involved in them. Like I might drop them off for like an hour, but then I have to come right back because then they require parents to be there.
Right.
In case they dismiss early.
Yeah, they're a little young for that yet. So honestly, sometimes the best summers are ones where you don't have any plans.
Just relaxing.
Yeah.
You just try to relax, do some fun activities around here that maybe you don't have time for during the regular work week. So, I mean, I think that sounds like fun to me because as we talked about the other day here on the show, sometimes parents need a vacation from the vacation.
Right.
From all the packing and chaos and schedule changes that go on.
I enjoyed most all of my summer camps except for one. My mom sent my brother and I to an etiquette camp one summer for an entire week.
Cotillion.
Yeah, well, it was like that, but we learned the proper way proper way to place your forks and all your stuff and proper way to eat. And I mean, like it was in depth. Like we did at the end there was a 7-course meal to finish it off, and you went through everything like your appetizer, then your palate cleanser, sorbet or whatever. It was like super fancy and.
But you use it, don't you? You do.
You are polite.
Yes, absolutely.
I turned out okay.
So for my cotillion, now my sorority, we always had cotillions, but I was a part of it as a child. And the escort, the teenage boy that would, escort us into, the pavilion or what's being considered womanhood. We would have to take classes, etiquette training classes, and we took them together. So that was interesting because they would have to pull out the chair and have a seat. And I still am in communication with one of them, and he says, I use that stuff all the time.
Wow.
So I'm sure it comes in handy.
I think we use it now and don't even realize that that's what we're.
Did you have to wear ties?
Oh yeah.
I'll have to find one and see if Josiah can go, because right now he's like socks off at the table, forks are like, and knife are like this.
Serve me, Mom.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? We need a good old etiquette camp for this one.
He's very polite and thoughtful.
He is polite.
So I feel like he would excel actually at that type of.
Yeah, it's just the food, dinner, meal
Likes to
etiquette.
eat. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's like. Okay, so of course we want to make sure that you continue to weigh in on this conversation. It was so great talking with all of you guys, and we will continue these conversations on our next After GMS.
All right, let's get to some morning headlines.
Let's do it. Well, if you have teenagers or young adults at home, here is an idea that families in Winston-Salem can take part of. The city is launching a job readiness program for them. Now, this is specifically for kids in the area or ages of 16 to 24. The Positive Path program offers part-time employment, exposure to STEAM careers, mentorship, and hands-on training. Now, during this 20-week program, participants will have the opportunity to earn their GED as well as a nationally recognized construction certificate. You can apply through July 17th, and we have all the information on our website. Well, summer is also the season when children often go hungry because school's not in session, which means that they might have trouble finding their next meal.
Right, because they don't have the food provided by some of the schools. Those concerns are being alleviated by resources becoming available right here in our community. Even some notices come to parents' cell phones about these opportunities. So Denise McMiller explains more on the efforts to keep children fed.
Well, kids shouldn't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. They deserve to spend their summer being just kids. One step further is lifting the burden and filling the gap by offering grocery assistance through their community support and nutrition program. Their location here at Definition Church is set up like a supermarket. Folks can shop for a variety of items based on family size for free. The market is open 3 days a week. Families with an immediate need can make an appointment by calling 336-275-3699. Now, if you do not live in the Greensboro area and need assistance feeding your family, text food to 304-304 for assistance. Triad School Districts will begin their summer meal programs as soon as Monday. Guilford County Schools has 22 locations where anyone under the age of 18 can get free breakfast and lunch. The program will run Monday through Thursday until mid-August. Now, over at Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools, meal offerings begin June 20th. Food provided must be eaten on site at one of their 30 school locations. They'll also have mobile meal sites. Meal program locations can be found on our website. To fill the gap for families over the weekend, Backpack Beginnings will bring extra meals to GCS sites on Thursdays. That way kids will have enough food to last them through the weekend. And there is also the Pandemic Ebt Program. Benefits are distributed monthly through the end of August. You can find more information about the Pandemic Ebt Program on our website at WFMYnews2.com.
Let's get to your other morning headlines here. The Red Cross is helping us everything in a Monday night fire. It happened on Carolina Avenue. James Hopkins went to work that night after telling his son and wife he loved them. He said he didn't know those would be the last words he would say to them. Investigators have not determined the cause of the fire that killed the woman and her son. Hopkins is asking for thoughts and prayers as he mourns the loss. In Burlington, one man is recovering in the hospital after a deadly fire there. At last check, he was in critical condition. The fire department responded to the home on Hood Street Monday night. Firefighters say improperly discarded smoking material started the fire. They say the house's smoke alarms were not working. The man recovering in the hospital reportedly ran inside the burning home to try to save the person inside. Authorities say, unfortunately, that person inside passed away. So did the pet dog. Body camera footage from a deadly Greensboro officer-involved shooting case could be released as soon as today. A grand jury indicted former officer Matthew Hamilton Monday. Investigators say he shot and killed Joseph Lopez last November. Last night, Greensboro's city attorney announced body camera video from this incident will become public. Greensboro police can prepare a compilation of that video. So here are the logistics of that. A few things must happen. Attorneys on both sides of the case have to approve it, and it's unclear if they do that when the video could come out. The city attorney says it could be released as early as today.
Well, today, Guilford County Commissioners will review next year's budget during a work session. Last week, you might remember, several detention officers spoke out asking Guilford County Commission to include more money towards the Guilford County Sheriff's Office. The sheriff, Danny Rogers, says his team needs more detention officers and also to retain the ones they currently have. They're offering a $4,000 signing bonus as an incentive. There's a final vote on the budget set for next week.
All right, one more check on that forecast. As you get ready to head out today, we're going to keep an eye out for a few scattered thunderstorms heading into the afternoon, mainly after about 2 o'clock. Overall, the severe weather risk is quite low today, but a couple storms may be able to pack a punch. And if they're able to get to that severe level, they could produce a damaging wind gust or some hail. Frequent lightning is almost a given today with how much heat and humidity that we do have. Of course, once those storms come to an end by about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, we're quiet for the rest of the week, even a little less humid for your Friday. Another round of showers, maybe a storm for your Saturday morning, and then clearing out Saturday afternoon. The rest of the weekend looks good, and we stay dry heading into next week, but we are getting hot again.
By the way, LeVar Gerald just said he won $100 on a scratch off.
Nice.
I know, we need a little bit of your luck today,
Yeah.
LeVar. He said he plans to use it on gas.
That's a good bet.
Yep.
Sure
It won't go very far either.
1 tank, maybe.
Tank and a half.
Oh, so sad. All right, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS and sharing your summer plans, which will likely include filling up a lot over the next few months. But we will have more great conversations with you guys tomorrow. Be weather aware and keep that app handy.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated today.